Tonight on Smosh Tank, millionaires Matt Raub and Sarah Whittle arrive at the tank.
I believe in a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of money going a long way.
I wear it on my head.
Are you open to adding to an entire arsenal of different face masks?
No, only lemons.
So you are pitching a sponge spider that costs $751,000. How many bags can you fill in a day? What's a production day look like for you?
You know, it depends on the weather. If it's humid, my butthole gets a little swampy.
Yeah, and you mentioned Versace earlier. Is this an official Versace licensed product?
With $2 million totally real dollars on the table tonight, which inventor will see their dreams come true and which ones have shitty inventions?
Hello and welcome to Smosh Tank. It's a totally original show that we totally made up.
That's
and
my
today
shtick.
we are going to meet 4 inventors and they're going to pitch us their inventions, and Matthew, Robert, and I each have $1 million and we're going to spread them out to who we see fit. Before we get to our details, let's meet our inventors. Our first inventor is a Miss Courtney Miller.
My invention will make your heart sing.
And then we will be talking to a Mr. Shane Top.
Yeah, I'm representing. I'm here to introduce my my good friend and business partner, Dale. He's got something that's going to really spice up your life.
And then we got an Olivia Sway.
Hi, how are you?
And then who's our last fellow here?
I guess I'm also representing, right now I'm Damien, but then later, Bradley Bop Supreme will be here, and he's got your back. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think I know his sister. I think I know Bradley's sister.
Baby Bop Supreme.
So the rules are very simple. You will have 3 minutes to pitch your original invention. Then Matt and I will have a little bit of time to ask you some questions and get to know your brand and your business and how profitable it can be. Are you guys ready?
You bet.
Yeah, I think so.
Courtney Miller, you're up first.
Why? Okay, gang, are you ready to change your life?
Yes.
And not just any life, your solo life by yourself in your house right now life specifically.
Okay.
Everyone is an artist. Everyone should have an outlet to, in a way, sing and project your own soul. But there's not exactly an audience out there right now, and sometimes the Wi-Fi doesn't work. Who deserves a concert more than yourself? So I present to you the Muchabi auditorially sound system. And you get to, this is how you... This is high-tech technology. And you are able to amplify every sound made. And it already comes with a Versace harmonica attached to this sound system. So anything you sing, you will be able to hear so well. Allow me to elaborate. Oh, and best believe that's only one instrument. Guess what? If you need some percussion, there is an add-on. This itself is only $700 to make. But
Wow.
Wow.
the $39.99 extension, you can add a percussion kit.
Wow.
You will be enlightened by your own sound, and you will hear yourself in a way you never thought you could hear before. The Muchabi auditorial sound system.
Muchabi. Now, Courtney, I have to ask, every great inventor, every great creator has that one epiphany moment. What was your moment? How did you stumble across something as genius as this?
I've been spending a lot of time here in my apartment, and specifically my favorite activity up until I discovered this idea was screaming at my wall. And then I realized this doesn't sound so good. It could sound better. And I don't have to just use my own stupid lips. I can use a Versace harmonica and attach it and make my own sound now cavernous and echo and make my own acoustics, and it's only for me. It's the most selfish, self-indulgent way to scream into the void.
Now, I know you touched on it briefly, but who is your target consumer that you're targeting with this product?
Obviously, single people who are currently working from home. Most of them hopefully watch The Voice and just really, really want to be on the show, but never will.
Yeah, and you mentioned Versace earlier. Is this an official Versace licensed product?
That's right there. That's Friedrich Versace. And he was like, yo, put my name on it.
Courtney, point of order. Earlier, you had mentioned that this costs $700 to make.
Yeah, only $700 to make.
To make. Now, that's based on how you would have to mark it up for the consumer. Are you comfortable with selling this for $1,500?
Absolutely. So the whole thing with this is, when you raise the price, you raise the demand, and the demand gets raised. And when you raise the demand, then you have the supply. And then when you have supply and demand, and the money is it's out there. And when you
Final question, how much money would you want? We currently have $2 million on the table.
The real question is, how much money do you want? Because whatever you insert into my process, you will get back tenfold. Because if the money is there, it will get it.
Okay, so tenfold. Tenfold, we can
get it.
I can't wait to hear all your beautiful voices in your own heads echoing at your own heads.
Is that's the tagline? Yeah.
Yeah, but then also the jingle is Mutual Auditorium.
Thank you very much, Courtney.
Oh yeah.
Now we are prepared for our next inventor. You have 3 minutes to tell us your pitch.
What's up, sharks? What's up? Yo. What's up? My name is Dale Butthole. Dale Butthole. Come from the whole line of buttholes. Been spewing out our for decades. And I'm here to bring you the Butthole product that you always wished you'd had. Think about this. What is man's greatest sense? Sense of fear, sense of balance, sense of humor. But smell is clearly the best sense that a person has. And I'm here with a product that's gonna utilize that at any moment that you need. You know, things like pepper spray and guns when it comes to self-defense, not that effective compared to bad smells. And when I'm talking about bad smells, I've got the best bad smells of all time. Let me introduce you to Dale's Bag of Ass. Now I'm putting an output of just extreme. Now we get a nice little like zoom. That's prime. That's some prime ass in there. It comes in all different sizes. We've got small packs. You know, we've got all sorts. We've got tons. And you know, it only costs about 10 cents to make a one bag. Given that I have to eat about a handful of chickpeas in order to form enough content to output into a bag. And I'm putting it out constantly, man. I'm talking a rate that's unbelievable. 16 hours a day, I am just lighting it up into plastic bags. And the other 8 hours, I am just eating chickpeas. I don't sleep. I haven't slept in 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ever since I started this business back in 95, I've just been going. And so, sharks, imagine $2 million.
Stop pointing.
Imagine $2 million. How many bags of ass I can form with that? So many bags of ass. Say, like, you have people in your house that you don't like, right? You have a party, it needs to end, bam.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Suddenly, it smells like an LA Fitness locker room. Suddenly it smells like when you're walking down an aisle at Albertsons and you know, you just get a whiff of something went bad. Right there. The ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese. Right there. That's my ass. My ass is pretty worldwide.
During the 16 hours where you are ripping ass into
Right.
Ziploc bags,
Right.
How many bags can you fill in a day? What's a production day look like for you?
It depends on the weather. If it's humid, that will. Sorry,
Are you okay?
Yeah, just allergies. If it's humid, my butthole gets a little swampy. It's harder to get stuff out. Ideally, I like to be completely by myself. I get 2 step ladders. I squat up on them with my knees above my head, and I just have plastic bags going underneath.
So how many in a day? How many in that 16-hour shift you're pulling?
You're looking between 500 and 1,500 bags.
Bags of ass.
Wonderful.
Now, Shane, you mentioned that it costs about 10 cents per
It's
bag.
Dale.
Of ads.
It's Dale.
Oh, sorry,
Butthole.
Dale.
Shane is my representative. He's a piece of too. He doesn't know.
Dale, you mentioned that it takes about 10 cents per bag. What are you looking to put it out to the world as? What are you hoping to kind of get in terms of the marketplace?
I mean, I think the demand's going to be extremely high. Look at the state of the world right now. The state of the world for the past 5 years. It needs some rancid smells to deal with some problems. The Butthole slogan is just expand and release. Yeah.
Inspiring.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead to our third inventor of the night, Olivia Sway. You have 3 minutes to show off your invention.
Okay, so my story is quite extraordinary. I lost everything. My kids left me. I lost all my furniture. Oh, God. Anyways, I was left with nothing except for a hat, a Ziploc bag, and a bag of lemons. And guess what I did with my bag of lemons? I made
Lemonade.
not lemonade.
Oh.
I'm gonna go back to my extraordinary story first. I am a mother from Maine during the Maine event, which was this horrible sound that killed all of us. But I survived.
We all remember the main event. Yes, it was
The
tragic.
main event.
Right, the main event.
This product is very current, and we all need this. This is called the safe system. This is the hat. This is a Ziploc bag, and this is a lemon filter. I wear it on my head. It smells so good, like a lemon farm. And this blocks all the germs that may come your way. And this is a Ziploc that is only 1 cent to make. This hat is about 2 cents to make. And this lemon, I have a farm, so it's basically for free. This product takes 2 cents to make, and I want to sell this product for $10. Every American will have one, and it will smell really, really good. Are you sold?
I have a couple questions.
No, just if you're not sold, this also comes with something else.
Yeah,
What?
go on. Give us the full pitch.
You get this hat, comes with a book. This book is called Live, Love, Laugh at My Dumb Life. Chapter 1, How I Escaped a Cult. Chapter 2, Deflowering. Chapter 3, Drama that is so insane you will be changed. Chapter 4, All the Things I've Stolen. Chapter 5, Where I Hid All My Money. Chapter 6, Potions and Spells. Chapter 8, Unpatented Inventions, like Space Sorb, Time Disc, Scent Fling.
I do have a question in terms of like expansion. Are you dedicated to lemons only, or are you open to expanding out to adding to an entire arsenal of different face masks?
No, only lemons.
Got it. Okay, great. Thank you.
And what would you do with $1 million?
Patent the Chapter 8 unpatented inventions that I have called Time Disc. So Time Disc will actually help me time travel back before the main event. So my life would have been changed.
So in the
my
book, we would also get options to invest in things like Time Disc.
Yes, and Space Sorb and fresh portable water.
Thank you so much, Olivia.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
And our last inventor for the day, vying for a total of $2 million investment dollars. Go ahead.
Hello, Starks, both Catalan and Eddard. My name is Bradley Bop Supreme, and I'm here to tell you today about my invention, the Arachno Sponge. I am asking for an investment of $751,000 for a 10% stake. A very universal problem is your wife. If your wife is anything like mine, she is very flexible. She can shower, but she just won't. She's just lazy. She just won't do it. So on the rare times when she does, she doesn't even hit her back. And again, she's very flexible. She can absolutely do it, but she won't do it. And it smells. It makes you sick to your stomach back there. It's like she's farming a bunch of shrooms back there, and she's not cleaning it up. So if your wife is anything like mine, also if you say honey, sweetheart, can I get in there? Can I help you scrub your back? You might lose a finger. She doesn't like to be touched. She doesn't like to be talked to. So that's where the Arachno Sponge comes into play. So basically, this little guy, it's a fully automated. It'll walk on walls. It'll walk on people. It'll walk on their backs, and it just gives a little doot. Just gives a little sponge, cleans it on up there. So you don't even have to touch him. You don't have to talk to him. It's a very stealthy arachnid kind of sponge. I foresee this being used if you don't have a wife who's just lazy and stinks like mine. You can use it in conventions. I imagine you unleash just hundreds of these in any convention, and it just seeks out people and just rubs them and makes them smell a lot better. I'm seeking investment dollars to add 2 things to complete this invention, because right now there's a prototype. I want to add a system to make this thing sentient, so it's aware of the terrible job it has, and it just feels despair all the time. Just having to clean up the back of my wife's fungus back. And then I gotta add googly eyes as part 2 of the system, because you can't scare the kids, but ideally it's so stealthy you don't even know it's there. So I need $750,000 for that, and then the extra 1 is just for treats for me, because I did a good job, because I'm a good boy.
Understood. What is the market price you're looking to go after with this?
I am looking for $751,000 per thing, so your investment is made back with 1 sale.
And what is the cost to make it?
I already had the sponge, and this is a phone tripod, and I just sort of put a knife in the sponge until I could just stick it on top. So this is basic. If you already have these in your house, it's free to make. So the percentage-wise, free to $750,000. That's not even a percent. It's the limit can't be reached when you in terms of the graph. It just goes from here to just here. But I guess if you were to buy these materials, it'd be about $58.
All right.
So that's how much you would, and then how much would you sell each one for?
$750,000. Because listen, we're talking about conventions here. A place like Comic-Con, they got money to burn.
So you are pitching a depressed sponge spider that costs $751,000.
I don't know if you're really picturing the amount of googly eyes I'm talking about putting on each of these boys.
How many?
2 per. But yes. Yes, otherwise.
Understood. Got it. Thank you for clearing that up. I appreciate
otherwise, you got it.
Yeah.
But we could, this could be like a special edition thing. We could have 1 big one all on there, and just that one will scare the kids, but mostly, like I said, it's stealthy. You shouldn't know they're there, and if they feel sad, they wouldn't want to talk either.
Do you have any final words on your product?
Yes, if you see my wife, breathe through your mouth, not your nose. It's so bad, and I love her to death. I love her to death,
I
but
can feel it.
She just won't. She can, but she won't.
Okay. So to recap, we have the Muchabi Audible. What was it again?
The Muchabi Auditorial System.
Auditorial
personal system.
We have Dale Butthole's bag of ass.
Yes. Plural,
Yeah.
bags of ass.
Oh,
There's
bags
many
of ass. And then we have the safety system.
The safe system.
Safe system with
Not a book.
Eat, Pray, and My Stupid
No.
Life.
Eat, pray.
No, see, it is the live, love, laugh at my dumb life.
Thank you.
And then we have the Arachna Sponge.
Look at the little guy. He's just pissed.
Okay, here is how I'm going to divide up my $1 million. My first investment is my smallest investment of $50,000. That will go to Arachnid Sponge.
All right, well, that's not going to get you very far. You have 0.25% of ownership now.
Yes, I'm aware that won't make even one sponge with googly eyes, but I think I'm interested to see in what you could do with that little bit of money.
Yeah, well,
She's hoping you'll just take the money and go away.
I could.
My second investment will go to the Mucha Bee audibly blah blah system of $200,000.
Yes, I will get that back to you tenfold.
Tenfold. I'm expecting $2 million back. My third investment of $250,000 will go to Dale Butthole's bags of ass. I really believe there is a future in renewable gas resources, and you are a pioneer in that field.
Dale's gonna be thrilled. He's currently chalking his ass right now.
And my biggest investment today of $500,000 goes to the safe system and live, love, laugh at my dumb life invention.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Stark.
But I'm not the only one that has the final say here. We also have another investor, Matt Raub.
We do, and it was difficult. You know, I love the idea of bringing music into the homes, screaming into the void. I love the idea of a sentient spider whose only knowledge of this world is just scrubbing ass.
It's very
but
sick.
It came down to very simple things. I believe in a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of money going a long way. So my first investment is $1,000 to Dale Butthole.
Thank you.
Wow.
Because I feel like based on your margin at 10 cents per piece, I feel like you can really take that and double down.
Absolutely. You're gonna have a whole petting zoo from that.
I feel like that. Yep. I can't wait. That leaves me with the lion's share of $999,000. And I feel like simply based on the fact that I would, essentially be getting a free invention of a time machine. I think I need to invest this money in the safe system and live, laugh, love at my dumb life. Olivia Sway, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I will give you all my patent inventions. It is in chapter 8.
Wow, guys. So Olivia's invention has taken the crown today. She's gotten a total investment of $1,499,000.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
Her camera fell off.
I got so
She collapsed.
Thank you, inventors. Thank you so much, inventors, for taking your time to pitch us your lovely inventions. Guys, let us know if you want us to do another Smosh Tank Shark Tank parody. While we're at home, we're going crazy, but this was so much fun. And if you want to watch more Smosh videos, you can look down here. YouTube has chosen some videos for us, and we chose some videos. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.